Hello and welcome back to CrankyCast. We're going to continue to push on through the Citadel here. Things are going pretty well.
To battle! Will do.
We got some casters this time. I'm going to set you on fire right away. Then go cast lightning on you.
Right.
Ooh, come on, smack him. He's doing Icicle Storm. Ow! Hit him! How come it's always the guy hidden by the wall that has the loot on them? A sage's hood and a lesser healing potion. We got here a scroll. A scroll sits here glowing with mystical energy. Learn new spell core, Sigil of Force. Nothing. Oh, there's a lockbox.
That wasn't so hard.
There's a flower in a lockbox. Nice.
On it.
It looks like Landry leveled up here. He gets 1 point in. You can have vitality and wits. His vitality is pretty low. I'm going to put 1 in there. I can revive a fallen comrade. I think I'm going to hold off on that for now, though, and go with Gifted Healer 2. What does Force do? Well, I don't think I have any expressions, whatever that is, so.
Look at that, future corpse.
A big fight here. See if I can move these people around a little bit. What happens if we do our
Await my signal.
combo thing on this guy?
This weapon.
You ready for another?
Nice. This guy looks like a
Right.
good candidate to get set on fire. Although I want to go help out Landry here real quick.
I got it.
All right, Landry, can you get out of the fire range or something? All right, Landry, you're getting beat up now. Oh my god, he did 1,000 little jabs right there.
On it. Take that.
Let's get a sundering on you. Oh, you're almost dead though.
Consider it done.
Nobody to loot.
On it.
Ah, I got to the Ascension Hall, it looks like. Wait a minute. Ah, there's a little doorway I can go through here. Got a tough fight ahead of us here, it looks like. I think I want to... Oh, they're making me go to the center. Tarkus Ari, Peacebinder, you are the face of the enemy vanguard? Kairos works in mysterious ways indeed. I hope you aren't here to hammer out another truce. We're all out of talk, but we still have a little fight left for you. Before you stands Captain Tarkus Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated, even when standing still. Her body is a compact sculpture of muscle and bone, and her face is short on symmetry, thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall. She chortles, pointing upward to the ceiling, its stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place to settle an intractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead, and an honor to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. There is a lot of choices. I'm just going to ask the first one, I guess. What did you hope to gain from your rebellion? Nothing we haven't already gained. Our pride, our dignity. These things you can never take from us. She smiles, her eyes distant for a moment. The Vendrian Guard could never stand against all of Kairos' forces, but we can teach others to resist. And maybe you'll run out of soldiers before we run out of stubbornness. But I doubt it. You would consign the whole realm to death because of your pride? And you would kill us for not bowing to your banner? I will not let some servile bully lecture me on the subject of pride. Verse. Sounds like you could stand to learn something about humility. It's a good thing you won't surrender. If you were a conscript, I would whip you to death. Well, there doesn't seem to really be any option to get out of this, but it seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vendrian's Well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the Black Grave? Will you deal with us here? Ari laughs, wincing as she clutches her side. And tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Our stand here is the first of your problems. I guess I'll ask, how did you know the Archons were feuding? We are hopeless, not witless. Our eyes and ears tell us much. Ari covers her mouth, stifling a smile. I will die happy knowing your invasion will grind to a halt as the two Archons tear each other to pieces over the title of victor. Perhaps my only regret is not living to see which child king will win. Any last words? Yes, a broad smile covers Ari's face. Tell the voices of Norat we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. Ooh, a twist.
More tallies. The body count.
Oh, that's a lot of damage coming in here.
Right. I got it.
All right. I got a reputation ability unlocked. Wonder what that means. What just happened to me? I got greater renewal cast on me? Huh. Must have been from Landry. Let's go take out this bowman first, and then we'll concentrate on... What's her name? Ebb. Ebb just surrenders, doesn't die. Tarkazari, you worthless gnats. We may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs up blood. Fifth Eye, crush them all. The Fifth Eye's battle cry falls flat as he surveys the room, littered with Vendrian guard bodies. Now that's how it's done, Fatebinder. I should be angry you denied me a scalp or two, but I ought to thank you for saving us the trouble. I could betray the Alliance, which I'm not going to do. I guess I'm just going to go with number one. That's the only one that's not antagonistic towards them. I'm honored to have a hand in the glory. Fifth Eye, you bring glory to the chorus with your skill at arms and courage under duress. The Fifth Eye chuckles wickedly under his mask. I do so hope this is the start of a long alliance, good Fatebinder. The chorus could benefit from your strength. The party has received Outbreak. What's that? The clatter and madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. Tarkazari, may pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch. her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet, and you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vendrian's well. I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. You feel a tug in your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. Well, holy crap, what was that? You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Lantry, is this? Lantry looks out on the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes, this must be the mountain spire. When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down over the ledge. Dumbstruck by the vertical plunge, Landry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. Verse. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jumped? Not that it would matter for long. Every way you look, mountains rise up along a distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vendrian's Well, and you quickly trace the Mittani, the Nev, and all the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's Well. Tarkus Ari, how did we get all the way up here? Ari strains to stand up, clutching her side. Fifth Eye, more importantly, how do we get down? The Fifth Eye aims a sharp glare at Ari. The Vendrian Guard must be rounded up and conscripted. The Disfavored must be run down. Lantry, the edict is gone, and I don't think we're dead. We could feel the edict passing, and no doubt the soldiers below are sensing it too, and the Archons as well. I'm going to say enough bloodshed for one day. I demand all blades sheathed. Fifth Eye, and I demand an amputated concubine and a bejeweled codpiece. You cannot simply order the chorus to stop fighting. Better luck teaching Graven Ash to smile. All right. Send word to the voices of Norat that we are successful. Fifth Eye, our glory overfloweth. We would happily carry such tidings to the Archon, but this humble servant cannot fly. Beside, the Voices is a master of all matters magical. I hardly doubt whatever just happened escaped his attention. Oh, I have an option to throw Ari over the edge with a note pinned to her. I'm going to go with number one, though. Agreed. Anybody witnessing what just happened knows the edict is over. But you should report to Narat and return with any news he has for me. Head through that portal. Lantry, no telling how stable it is, but look closely and you'll see images of Ascension Hall in the haze. Well, if you have trained eyes, that is. Of course, even if it's not stable, the alternative is jumping, so what do we have to lose? Fifth Eye. By Kairos' iron grip, how did the Fifth Eye taps his mask in a semblance of deep thought? The currents of magic glow as fire to our eyes. Strange that you saw this first. I guess I'll just say glory to Kairos. Keep watch over Vendrian's well for us. Consider these lands a gift from the Archon of Secrets, as well as an act of mutual self-interest. If these lands are court-controlled, the law-abiding Disfavored will think twice about using this valley as a staging ground, for fear of offending your master Tunon. It has been a pleasure in the loins to watch you fight, good Fatebinder. The voices will be most pleased. With the edict resolved, our purpose is clearly in focus. The Disfavored must be slain. Ebb. No doubt I am in the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen. But I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. The Tidecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise if you spare me, I will serve you well. I guess I could use a fourth party member. I think she's a caster, not a tank or anything, but serve me well and all can be forgiven. Ebb, if you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Kaladin. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you have need or want of my skills. Vendrian's well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kairos' armies take the citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. Having taken Ascension Hall with your Scarlet Chorus allies, you satisfied the terms of the edict. You and the forces of Kairos are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the citadel and towards each other. The tension that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo as the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. After a brief exchange that left his soldiers bloodied, Graven Ash withdrew his army from the valley, pulling the Disfavored back to their secure fort in the Blade Grave. Once his army finished licking their wounds, the voices of Narat ordered the Scarlet Chorus to gather in the Stone Sea and prepare for war, this time against their former allies. The Archon of Secrets instructed his soldiers to respect your lawful claim over the spire. Though a few greedy stragglers still lurk in the valley, the Scarlet Chorus were content to leave your stronghold uncontested. As days pass, the wounded and injured are nursed to health. You explored the strange bastion and planned your next step with careful deliberation. As word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored turned on each other, factions once resolved to bend knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's Well. Fifth Eye. Our petty squabbles over a delayed siege have no doubt evolved into a respectable civil war. The voices of Nerat will want to discuss the matter. By now, he has pulled back to the base at Cacophony? I suggest you don't keep him waiting. The last time someone left the voices of Nerat waiting, he pulled the skin off their hand and moved their bones into the shape of a glaring eye. Needless to say, it didn't heal well. That sounds unpleasant. I'll join you at Cacophony as soon as I speak with Tunon. Do that. The voices of Nerat loves to entertain new guests, and I'm sure he'll find you quite diverting. Be seeing you, Fatebinder. What? I met him before, haven't I? The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. Oh, God, these people don't stop talking. Fifth Eye. What? Stepping past the portal, almost to the edge of the spire, Fifth Eye lets out a squeal of panic. My exit vanished. It was just there. Look around for a solution. The humming from the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break here, and my power has increased. Okay, so we'll come back and see what the problem is here later on. So, see you later.